Realtor, something is coming and it just might change your business. Now, I'm not talking about the new AI. I'm not talking about the latest trendy thing to do on Facebook or Instagram. I'm talking about what's come every single year since the existence of being a realtor. Now, what that is the spring market. The spring market is historically one of the best times to be a realtor because most people have time to start searching for that new house. Spring brings in new emotions from people and they're just ready to go. They're ready to purchase again. They have a little bit more free time. All of the holidays are long past them and they're looking at the horizon to come. What's to come and what are they doing in the future? Everybody starts planning around springtime. I'm not sure why, but here historically that has been one of the best times to be a real estate agent. I actually know agents that go on vacation after the spring market and plan that every single year because they understand that, hey, you know what? June, July hits, then it starts to slow down a little bit, and then you actually get to take your kids out for vacation or whatever it is. Now, in this video, I'm actually going to give you 5 actionable things that you can do right now in order to prepare for the spring market. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it. Now, the first one here is to obviously revamp your database and start reconnecting with old people. The chances of you having a bunch of people in your database are extremely high if you've been an agent for years on end, especially the people that are doing transactions again. Maybe they bought 2, 3 years ago and they're going to be upsizing or downsizing or whatever it is that they're going to be doing. The chances are they're going to be wanting to do that in the springtime. So hitting everybody up, either whether that be through a text blast or through a email blast, or even just the best way is to actually call these people and get in touch with them, have a decent conversation unrelated about real estate. It doesn't need to be a real estate conversation, but in order to actually connect with these people, you just need to have conversations with them, whether it be their birthday, whether it be a spring cleaning thing, garage sale, whatever it may be. Just get in touch with people and start talking to more people, especially those that have been in your database. There's going to be a lot of gold there. And if you can stay top of mind through these different actions, then you're going to be the go-to agent. So think about it as like if you're dropping cookies off for somebody, or you're going to all your past clients and you're dropping cookies off. Cookies might cost you 100, $200 for all your past clients, depending on how big it is. But imagine what that return on investment could be. Even if they do one transaction, that could turn into 10,000, 15,000, $20,000 in commission off a couple $100 a box of cookies. There's no better CPA, which is cost per acquisition, than you can get than is doing these little things. Now, moving on is polishing your listing presentation and your materials. So this point, you should be touching base with all your past clients. You should be reaching out to them, having conversations. Next thing you want to do is you want to get everything ready. So assume and manifest the fact that you're going to have all these clients. You're going to have so many people coming to you in the spring market, and they're going to need CMAs, they're going to need buyers presentations, they're going to need advice on tax situations. You want to start to get all that stuff in order. Figure out your pre-work and do all that work before you even need to have that done, because if you're trying to do that in the midst of the spring market and when it's super busy already, you're gonna have a really hard time balancing, and it's going to become this balancing act that essentially leads to you losing out on deals and missing opportunities because simply you just were not prepared. So get your listing presentation, get your CMA templates, get your buyer guides, marketing materials. Make sure everything reflects your latest stats, the reviews, success stories, testimonials you might have, market trends. And if here's a bonus little tip, if you have a digital or virtual version of this, have that ready so you can send that off to the clients after the appointment or even before the appointment. One thing that we do is actually send our client case study decks. We call it our client Rolodex to our clients before we even go and meet them, so they can see people like them who have worked with us and seen success, and they can picture and imagine themselves in that exact same situation, earning and receiving success from working with us. Now, number 3 is create a spring specific marketing campaign. Now, this is huge because a lot of people will just go and try to run the same marketing year in, year out, and they'll not have like special promos when people actually do come to them. I was on a coaching call earlier today and we were with the team, and we were just basically talking about the fact that, hey, you know what? Like, you can turn anything into a program. So for example, there was, we did a role play session, and the objection that they gave me was the fact that, hey, you know what? I don't want you to come to my house and give me my CMA, or I don't want you to come to my house and show me properties that are listed on the market. Like, can you just give them to me over email? And one of the objection handles was the fact that, hey, like, I can definitely do that, but What I found better is that if you want exclusive off market properties, have you actually heard of those? Those are properties that nobody else has access to. And you can basically get access to these without the entire market seeing these properties, and there's lower competition and you can get better prices. But in order to do that, I need to be able to actually be working with you and offer you these things, because these are things that I only offer people that I know are qualified to actually purchase these homes. So, like, you can create an offering like that, like the VIP exclusive homes list, and that only goes to people that you've already met and vetted. You can create a spring market list, or you can create a spring discount of like 10% off your commission, or discount off of like, hey, you know what, your moving truck will be free, it'll be on us, or your lawyer fees will be paid for the spring. So having something to come out to market with is going to put you miles and miles ahead of the people that are not doing anything in the spring market and just having the same offering over and over and over again. So you definitely want to speak directly to the spring market, and you can do that through email, social posts, long form videos, and even spring buyer and market seller guides. So talk about why right now is the best time to move, and back it up with local market data as well. Now, moving on is to line up your vendors and prepare for a quick turnaround. So, if you're a real estate agent, you work with multiple buyers, so you or multiple vendors. Now, these include lawyers, title property companies, these include inspectors, these include mortgage brokers. All these vendors that you're going to be working with, you want to make sure that you're in communication with them as well, so that they know, one, you're serious and you're looking to do a dent in the real estate space this spring, and you're ready to go. You want to have all the most up-to-date information. You want them to tell you updates or anything special that's happening, and keep them on that phone line, because if you need to, for example, you're talking to a lead, they say they don't have a mortgage broker, you need that mortgage broker to be able to give that person a call and have the trust in you that you are speaking to qualified leads and you've qualified them. So if you're not qualifying the leads yourself, then the broker's not going to really want to talk to them anyways. And if the broker doesn't trust you, again, the broker's not going to call them and reach out to them. They're probably going to get lazy with it as well. Now, you want to have the best relationship with these types of people. So spring can move really fast. Having your go-to photographers, stagers, cleaners, and mortgage brokers and inspectors on speed dial, that can really make sure that you stand out as that realtor who has his or her stuff together. Now, number 5, finally, is you're setting up the systems for scalability. So more leads and more people wanting to buy or sell means more chaos. So if you're not prepared, make sure your automations are ready. Make sure your showing systems are ready. Make sure your onboarding is ready. So how does that process look like when the client comes to you and sees you for the first time or wants to meet you and sit down? Like, what does your buyer's presentation look like? How can you make sure that it's all there and templated so it's very scalable and you don't have to edit every single little thing? Because those are the time killers, time wasters, and deal killers when you're having so many clients come to you. And I know I've been there, especially in one of the craziest markets was like 2020. I believe it was like right after COVID, 2021, 2022. And I remember one of my highest months was like 108K GCI, and that was just in 1 month. And I was just like, holy crap, like it's so busy. But there was so many opportunities that I was missing because I didn't have my systems in place. I didn't have a proper follow-up system. I didn't have a proper client nurturing sequence. I didn't have AI helping me out on that side. So there was a lot of missed opportunities that I could have. And I probably could have taken that 100K, 108K up to like 200K or 150, 200K, just by improving and tweaking a couple small little things. So definitely you want to have all those ducks in a row. Now, guys, if you don't have leads coming to you every single day, that's exactly what we do at Create Quality Leads, where we help real estate agents scale their business and add an additional 2 to 4 transactions per month into their real estate business. I put a link below. If you guys have any questions, feel free to book a call there, and you'll probably be speaking to me or one of the account reps, and we'll show you exactly what we can do for your business. We don't really talk like all these other people do. What we do is we're very results driven, so we have a guarantee as well. If we're not getting what you want, all good, you don't pay. I look forward to seeing you guys on the call. I look forward I look forward to seeing you guys on the call, and if I don't, I look forward to seeing you guys on the next YouTube video.